my first Cameroonian lady on this season. It's Céline. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Pamela. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks. You too. Beautiful. I love to.
I came for the battle of short hair. And guess what?
Natural, guys. Natural.
What happened? I love the red, the green, the blue,
I know.
the
The red,
blonde.
I might come back. But it was, like it's very hard on hair. But I'm looking for volume actually. So
you're not going short anytime soon?
No.
I'm gonna cut my hair because of this lady. Anybody wants to cut their hair? Please join me. Please join me. She's the queen of Joanda magazine. How come you came up with that name, Joanda?
Well, it's a pretty long story, but to make it short, my main goal at that time was to launch a streetwear line, a t-shirt line, and I wanted to like communicate through language, through our language, youth also, through young language, young urban language, and I wanted to be like very forward on where I come from. At that time I was living in Paris, so I wanted to show the world that, look guys, I'm from Cameroon and this is how we talk.
The reactions you get on Joanda this far, I'm fairly sure you didn't expect that much.
I didn't expect anything at all. I mean, none of it. What happened all these years, like it's been like 6 years now almost, and I never expected. I mean, as I told you, I wanted to launch a street, like a t-shirt line, so a streetwear clothing line, and I never pictured myself having an online magazine. So it's still a surprise, even if I know, okay, I mean, it's the process of, it's the fruit of work and dedication and talent and professionalism, but still it wasn't a plan. It wasn't something that I dreamt of.
Prior to Joanda, were you always on the internet?
No, not at all. I've always had a thing for internet. I always had things for technology, computers, video games. I've always been like a geek my whole childhood. I wasn't a real tomboy, but I don't know. My father used to buy me video games, comics about Tintin. So I had that. I was saying to my cousin last time, I wasn't raised as a girl. Like you're a girl. Yeah, no, it's just you're a kid and you can do whatever you. So I guess I don't have that difference in my head. Obviously, I'm a woman. But so in terms of what you can do, I don't have that spirit of, okay, you can do this because you're a girl and you can do this because you're a man. Yeah. So like I really didn't think about, okay, I was in the internet more as a hobby or interest, but never thought that it would be a business. But in the end, when I look back, it has a logic. It doesn't surprise me anymore in the end, but at that time, no, I was more in fashion, and in real, like, let's say, real life business. So in fashion,
you were more fashion oriented then.
Yeah, fashion, and so yeah, no, I wasn't at all about internet, but I used to,
So through the years in your experience, how do you think the internet influences the African youth generation, precisely the Cameroonian youth generation? Do you think we use the internet the way we're supposed to?
I think we use it a lot and more. I think it's shaping a lot on how we think, how we dream, what we dream about, and how we picture ourselves, what we see of the world. So definitely it shaped our vision. Do we use it as we should? I don't think we even use it as we should. I don't think we actually use it to the fullest.
Yeah. I can see some glistening in her eyes. She speaks with so much passion about the internet. I was on a course a couple of weeks ago, and what they thought about passion was this: when somebody speaks about something they're passionate about, they engage you.
Yes.
And I got really engaged, and I'm like, okay, internet.
Yeah.
Really? Am I concentrated on Céline talking about internet?
Yes.
That's real passion. What would be an internet miracle for you for Cameroon in, let's say, 6 months?
That could happen in 6 months? Huh.
In Cameroon?
In Cameroon? I'm not going to pretend I can forecast miracles.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe great connection might be still a miracle. I mean,
4G.
See, so what I would say is that, okay, miracle would be that it would be in every Cameroonian household in like overnight. When I came back a few years ago, I mean, I struggled a lot to just like work on.
No, you're a Fotso. That should count for a lot of easy access.
I struggle like just.
Céline, struggle will not exist in your world.
No,
we all know that.
No. Why?
What were some of the difficulties you had to face because of that name? Because I'm sure we all feel like it's only benefits you can get.
No, well, I won't lie. It's sometimes benefits because I have a prior, great man who has a legacy going on. So definitely it has positive, I wouldn't call it shadow, but it has a positive aura. I would call it more as an aura. And obviously it comes also with negativity because people think they figured it all out. Like they figured you all out.
Because of the name.
Because of the name. But we're unique individuals. I'm not my grandfather. I'm not my father. I'm not my mother. I'm me. I'm myself. But generally, they're positively surprised because
I can't help but notice the broad smile.
Yeah, I like that little effect of mine, that special effect of mine, because I already know sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I can identify people coming in. Okay, they think they know you. They think, and even sometimes acting up. Being pretending or thinking that I'm in a way, so being a little bit snobbish, but I'm not a snob person, so I'm like, okay, you don't need that with me, guy. I'm not.
Everybody says they're not.
No,
so
I'm not.
Would you say it's a case of you're closer to the people you're close to and more open to the people you're close to, rather than just everybody thinking you're snobbish because you carry yourself in a certain
Actually,
way?
I don't mind people thinking that I'm snob because it prevents me with, because to me, when you're not smart, that's when you're not gonna mind even finding your own opinion on something on someone. So exactly. I'm like, okay, you know what, good riddance.
Have you always been this outspoken? You just say your mind and put it out the way you feel. Because on Joanna, you do that. You put out your criticisms from the heart. I think I've read a few articles. I'm like, okay, this comes from within, as compared to just to please.
Yeah, right? No. Actually, I've always been like that.
How do you handle the criticisms of your critics? Is that right? The critics of your criticism?
Yeah, because that's what we tend to do. Instead of maybe criticizing my point of view, they would criticize the fact that I criticize. Instead of coming with a point, a different point or opposite point. Okay, no, I didn't agree with this. My point of view is this. No, it's never that. It's always, why did you say this? Why do you think?
You talked about fashion.
Yes.
You studied fashion design.
Yeah, I'm actually a designer. I mean, I went to school so I got a degree in Montreal.
Yeah.
At the International Academy of Design in Montreal.
Okay.
And I wanted to launch a brand one day. That's why I got in after my business school.
Yeah.
That's what I got into fashion. But I wasn't actually really fitted to work in the fashion industry.
Okay.
So I'm not into fashion now.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a passion of mine.
Is it something you think you're going to come back to?
Oh, well, definitely, because kind of in another way, I've got into fashion a little bit because of we launched a bit of a e-commerce field also at Joanda, so with the Club Wandastic. So it's another platform that I created last year.
What's that about?
It's a lifestyle club, a lifestyle brand a club of brands, you know, of lifestyle brands.
Yeah.
So so the purpose of it is to sell, you know, different brands and to bring fashion or any lifestyle brand to our readers actually. So definitely we started a bit with, you know, going back into selling you know, young upcoming designers, Cameroonian designers. So that's my way for now of, you know,
I want to know more about yours. You've been jumping away from that all along, but I'm really interested to know what you would like to do in terms of design, fashion designing and all. Would you go for like the evening dresses? Would you go for an edgy look?
I'm definitely a great fan of dresses.
Okay.
So I guess I would go into dresses, but an everyday
Okay.
kind of,
Something more casual.
not necessarily casual,
Okay.
but the, you know, like not the red carpet kind of dresses,
Obviously.
or we could obviously, but more of an everyday work or you know, still hot and stuff, not necessarily casual, but you know, little swag and stuff. So yeah,
I'm tempted to ask you something, right? You know, looking at African fashion, how it's evolved through the years,
Yes.
and how Cameroonian fashion should be evolving. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that we could be further than where we are
Yeah.
because Cameroonian has great talents. We have a great culture because so diverse. So we should be able to have so much inspiration, even in fashion. So definitely in terms of creativity,
Yeah.
we should be very, you know, very, very far. Professionally also, I guess it's still something that people do not see as a business,
Yeah.
like that could, you know, create jobs and create value and revenue, which is surprising because it's a whole industry in
On its
other
own.
countries.
Something as simple as stylists we don't have.
Yeah, and what I used to say
Yeah.
is that we don't walk. We're not naked. We'll always need clothes
We'll always.
unless we change culture. You know,
Exactly.
we'll always need clothes.
I would not like to imagine that.
So definitely, it's something like food. We'll always need to
Exactly.
to be dressed.
Our president said something about getting to agriculture. And our youth took it really badly, but come on, guys, there's a lot of money in there.
I'm a goer for agriculture, for agribusiness. It's like I might even go in it someday. That's for sure.
We jumped from one field, internet, to agriculture to fashion, which means, you know, we can do so much.
Definitely.
And I'm sad to say this to an extent because I've been shopping around for a Cameroonian lady who's outspoken, and throughout my season it's been a challenge, you know, to find someone of our generation, or to find ladies, let me not say someone, to find ladies of our generation who are outspoken and who are willing to take risks, you know. And then when I, you know, decided to do this with you, I was like, okay, perfect, she's not afraid to share her mind and say what she thinks. But why don't we really put ourselves to it? Is there a reason why Cameroonian ladies, I won't say so much for the guys because I'm a woman, I'll speak for the ladies, but is there a reason why Cameroonian ladies are so, you know, few steps backwards?
I think that we do stuff. We're very strong and we do stuff, but we might not showcase it enough. We lack of role models. We lack of success stories. Not that it don't exist, but we don't show them. So we don't show examples to young girls, telling them that, see, that's a Cameroonian lady, woman who did this, who did that, and you can be like her. Because I'm sorry, all the examples that we have right now are not the best that I would want my kids to follow. I'm sorry, I'm not judging anybody, but but to see that it shows also that girls want to have role models. So at this point, they'll go with anything. Even, you know, look at these Bayam Salam. They're like business owners. They're like CEOs. They're CEOs. You see, because without them, we don't eat.
No.
We don't eat.
We don't.
So
it's a full-blown business on its own.
see, so we don't value
Probably not
them
very
enough.
modern, but
We don't value them enough. We see them, you know, at the market with their clothes, maybe very modest. But without these ladies, the country is like, you know, abandoned.
it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing.
But they are CEOs. Those ladies, they run a company, a small company, but it's a company, and we don't value that enough. Those ladies at the call box, they're CEOs.
They're CEOs.
They're entrepreneurs, and we don't show them as business people. So, and it's something that, you know, a young person could do. So we talk about, you know, dreaming and stuff. It's good to dream, but sometimes the dream is not that complicated. Sometimes it's very simple, and it's very actually near to us.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yeah. So it's not that we actually step, you know, behind, or it's just that we don't show enough the ladies who accomplish stuff. So yeah. So it's to say that no, we're strong. We're struggling, we're doers, but we need, that's why at Rwanda Magazine, we try to show as much as we can on these incredible peoples, women and men, doing stuff very simply, very, you know, with belief, with dedication. And that's our little part that we're trying to play, you know, our role that I gave us, you know.
Perfect. So what's in store for you next? What should we be looking forward to in the near future?
More websites in fields that you won't maybe imagine.
Tell me more.
I can't, but
Céline, you can't do
I'll
this.
be glad to come
You
back
owe me.
and tell more about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so more websites this year.
Yeah.
More websites.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're expanding a little.
If you had to share a word of positivity and a word of encouragement to our youths today, what would that be?
I would say dream, because from the dream comes the reality.
Yeah.
Before doing something, you have to picture it, you have to want it, you have to long for it. And don't ever let others tell you that you're a dreamer. Yeah, it's a good thing to be a dreamer.
It's a good thing,
as long as it doesn't remain a dream. And then after,
as long as you work hard at it.
Yeah, after dreaming, you wake up and you go and you do. That's when the dream is, you know, is good. But don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do anything. Life is not easy. Success is not easy. It doesn't come easily. There's no place on earth where you have a place that you'll be like, okay, go there, and you're gonna go there, it's gonna be easy.
Everything's going to be perfect.
No, there's no place. So it just saddens me when youth are like so desperate, you know, coming like at a certain age, they get so desperate because, you know, overwhelmed with so much difficulties.
Yeah.
And I get that, I understand that, but if you let yourself get dragged into, you know, despair, and that's the end of you. So never give up, you know, like even if you fall, just always stand up,
just always pick yourself up.
Yeah, don't give up your dreams, just work, because one thing is sure, that always when you work, you'll always have something, the
results will always show somehow.
So, and I guess that first example was given to me by my grandfather, I guess, because he came from nothing. So I guess that from a very young age, I had that culture of coming from nothing and achieving the greatest.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a different time, of course. But at that time, what would they think? They were coming from independence and stuff. They wouldn't think at that time that you could have rich people, you know. So it's different times, different difficulties, different struggle, but always struggle.
Yeah. So always fight hard for
always
yourself.
Fight. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Before I leave Céline go, she's very interesting. A lot of things going on her page, on her website. Check her out on social media at
Céline Fotso for my account. So like even on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And for what I do, Rwanda Magazine, Club Wandastique. And you'll stay tuned for the other website who are coming up very soon.
And stay tuned for me having my hair back.
Yeah, they're growing.